control. It's called contributing factor. The factor happening inside of you is called determining factor. So your job is not to worry about the contributing factors, it's to focus on the determining factors. So contributing factors are factors you can't control: the sun, the moon, the weather, the naira, the pounds, the dollars, any currency, the president, the governor, the commissioner, the minister, your local government chairman, your councillor, your pastor, your bishop, your father, your mother, your auntie, your uncle. So people you cannot control, you can't decide for them. So if these things you call contributing factors, the policies, the whole challenges, the fuel subsidy removal, all the things you see, inflations, you can't control inflation. So you see that the ones you can control are the determining factors. Those factors that are embedded in you. There are two major factors. One is called positive, one is negative, one is a winner, one is a loser. So I always encourage us, like I sing it like song every day, please focus. Stay no focus on the positive factor, focus on the winner, which includes your faith, your belief system, your commitment, your discipline, your determination, your creativity, your ideas, your vitality, these are all the things embedded in you. Focus on becoming the ultimate version of yourself. And then ignore. Help me tell your neighbor, ignore. Ignoring something means that you are aware that the thing exists, but you refuse to pay attention to it. You refuse to feed it. You refuse to look at it. You just ignore it. Ignore all the negative factors. Those ones include fear, doubt, that the Bible will tell us, I've not given you the spirit of fear. I've given the spirit of sound mind. So ignore those things. Ignore fear, ignore doubt, ignore hatred. Don't give yourself to bitterness. Offense is external, bitterness is internal. Bitterness is punishing yourself for someone else's stupidity. Ignore those bitterness, anger, strife, just ignore them, because those things actually will cause pains and emotional pains and make you to give up on certain things you're not supposed to give up, because your vision, your goals, your dreams. So you are the most important factor. Tell me, I am the most important factor. That is to say that once you grow, everything will grow. Once you improve, everything will improve. So since you are the most important factor, I'm going to wrap up this class today. We are talking about how you can talk about it every time, as these are the most important factors. So Friday, the scientific laws for wealth. So we just speak physics. These scientific laws, as I call it, physics laws. So laws for wealth. So I look at it. These things are physics. These are laws, and you can apply them in your life. Today is 18th of March, and this is part 3 of this class. Part 3, and this 18th of 3, 2025. Okay, so we have here the subtopic says that applying 7 scientifically proven laws and principles to create wealth. So applying 7 scientifically proven laws for wealth. Proven laws for wealth. Proven laws and principles. Okay, so applying 7 scientifically proven laws and principles for wealth creation. So the first law we're looking at, we said that following laws and principles increases your chances of creating lasting wealth, because it guides wealth. We said that if you want to actually understand the way these scientific laws is to understand better how things work. So physics is a discipline within the discipline of science. So you must look for things to focus on in life. Look for laws, learn about the laws of math and science, because they apply to almost everything we do. So we said that science is the observation of an experiment with the way things work. So there are ways things work, and if you go to work in accordance with the way things will work for you. It doesn't matter whether you are born again or not, you are tall, you're short, you are black, you're dark. If I throw this thing up and it must come down, because there's a law called the law of gravity. So it doesn't matter who you are. Laws are principles. They work the way they work, because that is the way they are. It has been proven. It has been called certified. So things, if you do things the way things are supposed to be done, things will work out for you. If you do things the way things are not supposed to be done, it will not work. It's going to simply show you. It's going to reveal and show you that it doesn't work that way. So for you to look for a better way to make it work. So if you keep saying it must work my own way, like what God used to do, I don't want to learn anything, I just like my own, it will start working against you. So anything that is not working for you is for you working on you. And if you persist that it's not working on you, it's going to work against you. So these are the 3 things that how things work. So if you better do things the way things work, it will work for you. If you do the thing the way things doesn't work, it will not work, but it will rather work on you to prove, to reveal and show you that it doesn't work that way. And then if you persist not to look at a different way, it will start working against you. So we see that you actually apply, and it doesn't matter, is microcosm. That means anyway you apply these laws, it will work. So one of the first law we looked at is the law of polarity. Law of polarity. Polarity means that for every negative, there is a positive. For every negative, there is a positive. So you can hardly see one side of land. The law says that for every action, there's an equal and opposite action. For every positive, there's a negative. So if you examine this, that will reveal to you that if you are struggling in life, that means there are other parts of abundance. If you are enjoying abundance, there are other parts of struggling. So what you need to do is to make sure you don't get involved, of course, and in that particular aspect. So the more you work on the more you understand that the law of polarity is very important. So we have this, when you look at facts, when you look at truth, when you look at everything you're looking at in life, there's positive and negative part of life. If you decide to focus on positive, in no distant time, your life will be positive. If you focus on negative side of life, in no distant time, you start experiencing negative, because you are simple human beings are self-fulfilling. We are self-fulfilling prophecies. So you focus on positive side of life, irrespective of what you are passing through, your life will be positive. If you find positivity in every relationship, in every business, in any community in Nigeria, your life will be positive. But if you focus on negative part of life, in no distant time, your life will be full of negative. So just know that there are two poles in life. So whatever you choose to focus on is very important. Even in your financial life, say good things about your life. I am rich and wealthy. Anywhere I go, I will create value, I will create solution. People patronize my products or services. So you begin to see these things, and that is one of the ways that will help you make money. And when you make money, know that for you to actually not go down, you actually need to use part of the money to buy income generating assets called investment. The investment can pay for your luxury. So understanding that, you can apply that to your by buying assets. So know that, okay, if I don't buy assets, that means I made mind not to buy assets, because indecision is a decision. So if you don't decide to be positive, your life will move negative automatically. Because negative is a natural phenomenon. If you cut the grasses, you don't plant vegetables or crops in the farmland, weed will grow, and it still costs you energy to remove the weed cell from the ground, from the farm. Yes or yes? That means becoming success is, you must be intentional, you must be deliberate, you must put in the effort. But to become poor, you don't need to do anything. Just stay and be complaining. Poverty will set in on its own. So you cannot drift to the top of the mountain, but you can actually drift around. But to be going top, you must be intentional. So the first law is the law of polarity. The second law we look at is the law of, I think, energy. Yeah, the law of energy. The law of energy. The law of energy. So we look at it and we say that energy can never be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed. We call the law of conservation of energy. Energy can never be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. That is so that you can transform your thought energy into production energy, into action energy, into a result you want. So everything you see is energy. So you have energy already inside of you. You need to transform. So if you transform it and focus on negative, your life will be negative. Carry your negative energy, put for positive to be positive. And we discussed some about energy yesterday, which I will not go there. And there's something about I need to talk about today, which is number 3, the law of entropy. Number 3 is called the law of entropy. The law of entropy. Entropy. Now, entropy is simply, energy is the positive side, entropy is the negative side. So if you don't carry your energy and become productive with it, it will deteriorate. Let me state the law of entropy for you to write. I would like you to write it down. If you are with me, shall I? Okay, so perfect. So perfect. Write it like this on your notes. Because yesterday I spent more time yesterday about energy, about predator and prey, positive and negative, that you're supposed to channel your energy, focus on your energy to positive side. Because if you say I'm not going to focus my energy on positive, okay, you're really going to negative. Because entropy, write it down. Entropy happens when anything is left to itself, tends to move more and more towards disorder. Entropy is said to happen when anything is left to himself, anything at all left to himself. Entropy tends to happen when anything left to himself tends to move more and more and more towards disorder. Entropy says to happen when anything left to himself tends to move more and more towards disorder. Entropy is said to happen when anything left to himself tends to move more and more towards disorder. That means if you don't do anything about something, entropy happens. That means it's going to move, you're going to go deteriorate, you're going to decay, you're going to spoil into disorder. Entropy is said to happen when, if anything is left to itself, or when anything is left to itself, it tends to move more and more into disorder. That means energy you don't use, you're going to move, you're going to waste it. Idea you don't take action, you're going to lose it. You know, if you don't manage what you have, you will lose it. You don't manage your money, you will lose it. You don't manage your health, you will lose it. You don't manage your time, you will lose it. You don't manage your relationship, you will lose it. Any relationship that you left to himself, no attention, you're going to move to disorder. Money, going to move to disorder. So entropy is simply the opposite of energy. That means if you're not focusing your energy, it will move naturally to negative. So it's nothing like, it's not my fault, I did not do anything about it. For you not to do anything about it, you will lose it. So when it comes to wealth, if you are not creating wealth, that means you are creating poverty. That's what it means. If you don't decide, you have decided, because indecision is a decision. Tell your neighbor, indecision is a decision. Tell your neighbor again, neighbor, I am a success. Tell your neighbor, I'm a millionaire. So when you leave anything to yourself, you say, I'm not going to do something about my team, the team will start moving back. I'm not going to do something about my family. I don't want to increase the love life, relationship life, and my spiritual life. After you say I'm not going to do anything about it, entropy will take place. So it's not like it's not my fault now. I know that thing should not spoil. Because you refuse not to improve it, it will spoil. So entropy is the opposite of energy. You've written that down. Shall I? Write it down, very, very important, your note. Successful people are hyper focus on intention and ignore distractions. Successful people are hyper focus. Successful people are hyper focus on the intention and ignore distractions. Successful people are hyper focus on their intention and ignore their distractions. So anybody that wants to succeed in life, we focus on our intention. The Thomas Edison says light must come with an electric bulb. Whatever you say about him, he doesn't concern. He's focusing on that thing. The bicycle repairers, the white brothers say iron will fly on the sky. He try and people are laughing at him. He's focusing on it. Yesterday I was talking with the mastermind leaders in my office. So one of them said that the pastor said, whatever people say bad about him, he refused to pay attention. They say good about him, he refused to pay attention because they are not the determining factors. They are not they are not the major factor. So he doesn't care. What he cares is what the Lord says about him and what he says about himself. Whatever he says about him is called opinion, and people's opinion don't pay your bills. So when you want to succeed in life, you want to create wealth, you must be intentional, you must be deliberate, you must focus. Stay on focus on what you want. Leave distractions alone. We saw distractions happen everywhere, even in the scriptures, even in our life. Peter was walking on the water. The moment he lose sight from Christ and sees the walk on storms, he began to sink. If you stop focusing on improving your relationships, your marital life, your financial life, your business, you start losing. That is how life works. So always maintain focus, because see what failures does. Write it down. Failures focus on distractions and ignore their intentions. Failures focus on distractions and ignore intentions. Failures focus on their distractions and ignore their intentions. So I will define intentions and distraction in a way that you understand. You want to fail in life, find things that distract you, focus on them. Facebook, YouTube, do not waste your time gossiping things that doesn't move in your direction is called distraction. I will give you the note. Failures focus on distractions and ignore what? Their intentions. The intention is say, I want to make 1 million naira in the next 1 month, next 3 months, 10 million naira, $10 billion, $50 billion. So you already said that thing you are thinking, of course, is called a dream. But the day you said, once you put a deadline, by this time next month, by this time next year, by this time 3 years, I will do. Once you put a deadline on your dreams, it becomes a goal. So because it becomes a goal, you are supposed to focus on, how do I make this goal a reality? Why do I need the goal in the first place? Is it going to fulfill me as a person? But they will leave that their goals and be discussing other things that doesn't move them into direction. That is why poor people discuss people. Average men discuss themselves. Wealthy men discuss ideas, and ideas rules the world. Write it on your notes. Intentions is anything you focus that moves the needle in your favor. Intention is anything you focus on that moves the needle in your favor. Intention is anything you focus on that moves the needle in your favor. That means anything you focus on that contribute to your success, contribute to make you a better person, contribute to make giving you money, buy assets, help people, support church projects, build hospital, give free medical care, add value. Intention is anything you focus on that moves the needle in your favor. And intentions, successful focus on intention. Poor people, failures focus on distractions. And intention is anything you focus on that moves the needle in your favor. And distraction is anything you focus on that does not move the needle in your favor. That means you're going to spend time in distraction is anything you focus on does not move the needle in your favor. That means this discussion we are talking now is going to help you become a better person. Take you to ask 3 questions. That's how you know when things are moving needle in your favor. I say intention is anything you focus on that moves the needle in your favor. And distraction is anything you focus on that does not move the needle in your favor. So if you spend time doing things that doesn't answer 3 questions, that means you are actually focusing on distraction. Number 1 question, is it going to make you have eternal life, make heaven, whatever? Number 2, is it going to improve you as a person? Number 3, is it going to put money in your pocket? If your answer is no to these 3 questions, that is a distraction. So not distraction. You did not answer me. When somebody calls you, say, I want to talk to you, ask him 3 questions. Okay, before you talk. This thing you are going to tell me, is it going to take us to give us eternal life at the end of the day? Is it going to improve me as a person? Is it going to put money in your pocket? The person say no. Tell the person I'm busy. That thing is distraction. Tell not distraction. How you know distractions is that they don't answer 3 questions. It doesn't give you eternal life. It doesn't improve you as a person. It doesn't put money in your pocket. That thing is a distraction. So you spend more time watching things that doesn't improve your life, gossiping, backbiting. You don't think the eternal life is not going to improve. You don't put money in your pocket. That is a distraction. So stop wasting time. Stop wasting precious time. Because that time you don't want to be positive and use your energy productively. Entropy is taking place. Distraction is taking place already. So you are already distracted. So how do you spend your time? Write it on your note. Ask your question. Write the question. Question. How did you spend the last 24 hours? Write it out. What did you spend your last 24 hours thinking about? Write it like that. What did you spend your last 24 hours thinking about? Write a question on your note. Go back home, answer that question. What did you spend your last 24 hours thinking about? Question mark. Intention or distraction? That's the thing. You have to choose one. The last 24 hours, what do you do with your time? What consumes your time most? Is it intentions or distractions? So what did you spend your 24 hours on in the last 20? What do you spend your time on the last 24 hours? Is it intention or distraction? So you have to answer that question. So if you focus on anything that moves the needle in your favor, eventually the needle will move in your favor. And I think I need to put this statement like this so that it will make sense to you. So write this down on your notes. Very, very well. The way I want to write it. So that if you go back home, you're going to be a precept upon precept. Write it down on your notes. If you focus on anything that moves the needle in your favor, if you focus on anything that moves the needle in your favor, eventually, underline the word eventually. If you focus on anything that moves the needle in your favor, eventually, underline the word eventually. The needle will move in your favor. If you focus on anything that moves the needle in your favor, don't miss the word eventually, underline the word eventually. The needle will move in your favor. If you focus on anything that moves the needle in your favor, if you focus on anything that moves the needle in your favor, focus on anything that improves you as a person, eventually the needle will move in your favor. The word eventually, write it there, full stop. When you finish, put full stop. Write it. Eventually is undefeated. Eventually is undefeated. That means when we say eventually, that means for sure, that thing don't happen. So you keep focusing on positive side of your life. I'm an entrepreneur. I own a company. I attract investors. I'm going to build a organization. So eventually it will happen. Eventually means undefeated. Eventually is undefeated. So eventually means it must surely happen. So if you keep focusing on things that add value to you, add value to your surrounding your church or members, improve the lives of property. I told you, entrepreneurs, you don't spend time working, say, I want, no. Entrepreneurs build people. Entrepreneurs build a team. The team build a business, build organization, build community. We don't build businesses. We don't build company. We build team. We build people. We work on people. People work on our business. So you must understand that if you work on people, make sure nobody meets you and leave you the same way he meets you. Don't leave you talking to you. His burden is lifted. Sorrow is lifted. Sickness don't work out. Eventually, you will definitely succeed. Christ did not come to buy Rolls Royce, build estate. Christ came to build 12 men. Dangote build men. Tony doesn't work in UBA bank. Tony work on men. He have a board of directors. He have people to talk to, share his idea. They'll get to work. Give him KPI. Of course, give him documentation. Key performance. They'll give him what they work in paper. Entrepreneurs work on paper. We document our ideas. Any idea in your mind is valid. The only thing you need to do to that idea is to write it down. Once you write that idea down, you trapped it on earth. And any idea trapped on earth must eventually happen, except you don't give it the corresponding actions and energy needed. So you see, eventually, it means that focus on things that makes you a better person. Your intention plant, even energy is the intention, and entropy. Okay, let's do it like this so you can understand my class very well this morning. I talk about the law of energy. Energy is the intention. Entropy is disruption. Disruption. Energy is intention. That means for you to actually have the things you want, you must apply energy intentionally to be positive all you're doing. Because if you not apply the energy, disruption take place. Energy is the intention, and entropy is a disruption. So entropy is a disruption that allows that disrupts the intention. So progress and production always happens through intention. So this digression only requires for you to neglect. I think we need to put on a note: progress and production always require intention. Progress and production always require intention. That's why I don't like people that are always busy doing nothing. Busyness is not productivity. Busyness is not progress. Beware of the barrenness of a busy life, because progress and production requires what? Intention. Progress and production always require what? Intention. Digression only requires neglect. Put it like that on your note. Progress and production always require production. Always require intention. Bracket open. Energy. Bracket closes. Progress and production always requires intention. Bracket open. Energy. Progress in marriage, progress in finances, progress in business, progress in investment, progress in impact. It always requires intention. Bracket open. Energy. Bracket closes. Digression only requires neglect. So once you neglect something, it will digress. Digression only requires neglect. Digression only requires neglect. So once you neglect anything, it will digress. Once you neglect anything, entropy will take place. Once you leave things to its own, entropy is not. It's not that I left it like that. As far as, okay, there was a story, I don't know what I've shared it here, and it was a kind of a talking in mastermind meetings. One leader said they heard about this, that there's a fence. One side is darkness, one side is light. So the light was telling the young man, please come to me. Darkness was saying to the young man, please come to me. The young man said, I don't want darkness. I don't want light. I don't want darkness. I want to be on the fence. This is what most of us do. He said, I don't want to become a millionaire. I don't want to become poor. I want to be on the fence. And this still happens over some time. And the young man says, please, you guys should leave me alone. I don't want darkness. I don't want light. I want to be in the middle. So eventually, tell them about eventually. The light left. As the light left, the natural occurrence is that darkness take over. So once there's absence of light, what happens to the darkness? It takes over. So, and the young man said, darkness, I said, I don't want to. Darkness said, as far as you don't want light, you are accepted darkness. So if you don't want to be wealthy, and you say, I want to leave myself to my own, your own, entropy must take place. Entropy says that anything to its own, it will move more and more into disorder. If you leave iron to its own, it will start rusting. If you leave anything to its own, destruction will take place. Don't cultivate a farmland, grasses will grow. He said, grass, I don't want to. Grass say, as far as you don't plant anything inside, I must grow. Okay, you say, I don't want to think productivity. I don't think wealth creation. Okay, after I don't think wealth creation, that means if I said they said that how they said an idle man is a devil's workshop. Then a devil workshop. As far as your mind is not productively thinking productivity, thinking progress, devil will carry his drumstick and start doing boom, 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 boom. You'll be thinking everything about your life will be disorder. So you must be intentional for you to actually create what. And what the law of physics says that if you leave anything to its own, it will move to disorder. I'm telling you today, you can apply this law to wealth creation. If you don't want to be wealthy, you decided to become poor. That's what it simply means. So you must be intentional. So what am I trying to say is this: anything you neglect, move towards into destruction. Relationship, money. If you don't want to be intentional about budgeting your money, you say, me, I don't want to budget my money. Oh. No worry, problem will take the money immediately. Of course, you say, I don't want to take care of my health. Oh. Don't worry, hospitals are waiting for you. Since you don't want to take care of your health, you'll be sick with the back to back. Yes or yes? You see any water you carry drink, typhoid is waiting for you. You don't want to protect your room from mosquito, malaria is waiting for you. So you open your mosquito window and keep every evening. Mosquito will enter anyhow, and be biting you. Eventually, malaria will come. Yes or yes? You don't want to take care of your car. Eventually, the car will start depreciating. Your house, eventually, no sweep your house for 2 weeks. If you go to your table and do like this, will you see dust? Talk to me now. You don't sweep your house for 2 weeks. As you go to your fridge and do like this, will you see dust? So why he said dust, I don't want you. Why would dust be? Because if you are not intentional, you are really allowing entropy to take place. Most people don't understand the scientific principles of natural laws. Let me get the next one. Number what now? Number 4. One of the laws, I didn't want to clean this, but I have to, because I'm going to give you the 7 laws today. Because tomorrow, I have a special class for you tomorrow. So no, tomorrow, a special class for you. So these 7 laws, the next one is called the law of force. Force simply says mass multiply by what? Acceleration. Acceleration. So F equals ma. So you can see that how do you apply these laws to wealth creation? It simply lets you understand that there is a law called the law of inertia that says that the body remains at rest unless acted by another force. A body remains in motion unless acted by another force. That's to say that if you are experiencing poverty, you must introduce another force. And if you don't introduce another force, poverty is going to continue. If you're already moving on wealth, there's nothing that will make you not to be wealthy except another force is being introduced. So understand that for you to move forward, you must increase your mass and acceleration. You must always improve yourself. If not, there are always forces trying to stop you from succeeding in life. There are always forces. So you must either increase your mass and increase your acceleration to constantly remain wealthy, to work effectively, faster than poverty. So if your salary is 100,000 naira and you don't do anything about your 100,000 naira, that 100,000 I can buy a bag of rice this year, but the next year I'm very sure it will not buy another bag of rice. Yesterday I was just checking it. I got married, I think 2018 or so. A bag of rice was 17,000. When I married, it was 17,600 naira. So it was between 16k to a 17,600 naira. That's a bag of rice. But today, a bag of rice, 98,000 naira, and rice 50 kg I'm talking about. So you can understand that 50 kg, yes or yes, 50 kg. Someone that was collecting 50,000 naira and his place of work, he did not do anything about the 50,000 naira. And he was buying a rice of 16,000 naira. After how many years now? That 50,000 naira can barely buy a bag of rice now that is 98,000 naira. Yes or yes? So that means if you don't do something about your financial life, the world, the forces, the economical force, everything about this life is going to work against you. So always increase your capacity, always increase your acceleration. Down, like this. When you work, when you increase your mass, bracket open intensity. When you increase your mass, that is mass, bracket open intensity, and improve your acceleration, bracket open consistency. When you increase your mass, bracket open intensity, and improve your acceleration, bracket open consistency, to work more efficiently, write it very well. But when you leave this place to say improve yourself, you say, I don't want. Don't worry. poverty will set in. We increase your mass intensity and improve your acceleration bracket open consistently to work more efficiently, effectively and faster. Then you'll be wealthy. When you increase your mass intensity and improve your acceleration bracket open consistently to work more efficiently, effectively and faster, then you can create wealth. So you're not just going to work effectively, not going to work efficiently. The another force will take place, and that's actually the cycle of life. You make money, pay yourself first, buy assets, asset bring money, pay yourself, buy luxury, make money again. That's how it happen. The cycle of life. That is what I can see. Everything about life is cycle. Everything about life is cycle. So life moves in cycle. So you must understand that in the law of force, for anything to work in your favor, acceleration is what called what? See, consistency makes impossibility possible. Consistency makes impossibility possible. Consistency makes impossibility possible. So consistency makes impossibility possible. You carry, and one man said, Jim Rohn, he said, if you go outside strokes of that match, hit it 5 times a day, every morning just 5. Every morning just 5. Eventually one day that tree will do what? Fall down. Yes or yes? So if you want to talk about wealth creation, read book about it. See, I talk about this thing because if you can solve money problem in your life, you have solved 50% of your life problem. I'm not joking about it. 50% of life issues can be solved with money. And money can reduce a man to nothing. All the man, if you don't want to use your mouth to make money, you use the mouth to beg. This all na talk. You don't want to talk make money, you talk beg. Now the thing with that, which one do you want? Asking for value without value. You say, okay, I don't get value. I am useless. Give me your own value. That is begging. Begging, asking for value without no value. That is not begging. You're not begging. He has to give you biro, fufu, gari. You don't carry money. That means you are useless and stupid at the same time. Chai, that is very bad. That is not your portion. So I'm a success. How can someone be useless and stupid at the same time? I don't understand. I mean, if you don't use the right, at least get sense, man. You know, can't get sense. You can't get useless. That tell your neighbor, to whom brain is given, sense is expected. You get brain, but you don't get sense. No, maybe. So what you I don't understand. Okay, I understand. Say, okay, life hard. But why you not can't get sense? Tell your neighbor again, neighbor. A child that is afraid to fall will never walk. All of us learn walking by falling. So, but you never give up. You never give up. Yes or yes? The next law, because I must read this law today. The law of leverage. What does it called? Who not apply leverage? Make I tell you what happen to them. Poverty is mine. I go look and give them 5, 10 years, give them 20 years. It no matter. The law of leverage. The law of leverage. The law of leverage. I love this law because leverage simply make you understand that you can carry. Leverage gives you the ability to do greater work with little effort. So wheelbarrow is a good example of lever. So you can carry a big load with a wheelbarrow. Scissors a good example of lever. So how do you apply to wealth? Wealth creation cannot be done with your effort alone. Whatever you use your effort to do, effort to make, effort, energy, time, intellectual property, that thing is called, what do we call it? What do we call it? Margin. Whatever you use your effort to make, the money you make with your effort is called margin. Margin. That is the money. So for you to be wealthy, you must leverage on assets, assets. When you use that money to buy assets, assets. Use the money to do investment, investment. The money that assets brings is called profit, profit. You don't make profit from your effort, your energy, your intellectual property. You don't make money. What you make is called margin. People don't understand. That is why life rewards you according to knowledge. So if every time you work for money and you make money, you call it profit. You know what you do with the money? You squander the money. But every time you make money, call it margin. That means you have a mindset of using the money, part of it, to buy assets, because you know that nobody eats with 10 fingers in his mouth and become rich and wealthy. So you cannot do that. You must leverage on assets. Assets. Like I tell you, if you don't leverage on assets and all the money you make, you call it profit. Now you're supposed to use the money now and pay bills, bills. All the money you call it profit and pay bills from there. That means you keep work, chop. You work, make money, pay bills. Work, make money, pay bills. Work, make money, pay bills. But if you make money and use the money and call the money margin, margin. You use the money now to buy assets. Assets will make you profit, and that will pay your bills. So from the profit it makes to you, because you have the right definition. Any money it makes to you, you pay yourself another 10%, 10%. Return it back to your assets, assets. Whether you make with your effort, 10% goes to assets. As you bring money, 10% go back to assets. So it becomes a roller coaster. But if you just make money straight to paying of bills, you just make money straight here and it goes here. You do not follow this other principle. You keep work, make money, spend. Work, make money, spend. Work, make money, spend. Work, make money, spend. The day you start working, money don't come. You nothing to spend. You are broke. Well, I need to finish. So the leverage says that you don't have to use your energy alone. You must find something that will give you money outside of you. That is why entrepreneurs build team. We build people, we build team. We don't want to make money alone. Don't alone no one more. I don't do any of them alone. Lie. Because I understand leverage. That for me to be wealthy, I will not make money from my effort. So I must leverage on every asset, every industry. So you must leverage. So as far as you don't want leverage, you are rejecting leverage. Okay, see how your life will be. You go work, you go make money, you go spend. Work, make money, chop up. Then you chop up. You chop your money. Wonder why why. Once you eat and eat, once you work and eat the money with 10 fingers in your mouth, you are sure to be poor, because that's what poor people do. They eat with 10 fingers in their mouth and wonder where the money has gone to. Okay, you don't chop them now. You know how they behave in real life? Pay a poor man salary. Pay any poor person money. Give him money. The first thing a poor man is to pay bills. Use the money to pay. He pay everybody. Pay NEPA bill. Pay for shoe. Pay for bag. Pay for gari. Pay for food. He pay everybody. Poor man, no, they pay themselves. That's why they are poor. If you start paying yourself for the purpose of using the money to buy assets, you cannot be poor in life. It's a habit of a wealthy man. It's a habit. Poverty in a habit. Wealth in a habit. You find a behavior. Turn up behavior. Wealth in a behavior. If I see you behave like a poor man, I'm not waiting for you, because I know very, very, very soon poverty will set in, because that's how they behave. So understand that leverage is a principle in physics that defines that you have to do big work with small amount of energy. Yes or yes? Yes. So, and that is why if you reject leverage in life, you have to work with your energy, and I call it work chop. Tell work chop. The day you are not feeling fine, money stop. Okay, let me give you an example. Keke man will not give leverage for another person. Not only the work a keke, even though that keke no go drive himself. The keke man is not feeling fine. Keke is packed at home. Can keke drive himself? If keke will drive himself, will he enter that kind of keke? But happen today, keke man today, I have a keke. I will never drive keke alone. If I drive am small, I go make money, buy another keke, give another person, make it drive, they pay me. No, both of us they road. I guess what I'm trying to say, I can never do that keke. If for me to even do that keke, I must buy another keke. If not, I cannot give person who going to make returns to me every day. That keke must be packed in my compound daily. So I will make sure, say, as you go to work, you work for me. As you work, come back, you pay me daily. 1 or 2 times, 3 times, me, I go to collect the money daily. Because that is how to leverage. This is what King does. This is what every government does. This is what so if you do things like King does, you become rich and wealthy. If you do things like poor people, you become poor. Nothing like prayer and fasting. Poor people see themselves like slaves. They have what they call crisis, identity crisis. What do I call it? That's the problem with poor people. They don't realize that self-esteem, self-estimate, self-image, they lost everything. You lost it because of circumstances that you are passing through to nothing. To a beggar. No, now they will never again. I'm a success. I need to feel this loss today. The law of what? Number 6 now, be? Number 6. Don't worry, even if not to mention them, because tomorrow, I have something for you tomorrow. Number 6 is called the law of quantum physics. Yeah, the law of quantum physics. Don't worry, I know, key your hand, I'll give you elementary. So just so quantum physics. So now elementary I'll give you. I'll give elementary, no, I know spoil your head. Are you with me? Yeah. Well, I will not go to detail so that your brain will go blow this morning. So now I'll give you the one to be assets. Write on your notes. Your ability to create wealth is going to be your ability to create wealth is going to be in direct proportion to your ability to accept and manage risk. Your ability to create wealth is going to be in direct proportion to your ability to accept and manage risk. Risk takers are what? History makers. Thank you, my sister. Write on your note. Your ability to create wealth is going to be in direct proportion to your ability to accept and manage risk. When I mean accept and manage, I mean bracket open risk mitigation. That means you'll be able to foresee something. Your ability to create wealth is going to be in direct proportion to your ability to accept and manage wealth and manage risk. Bracket open risk mitigation. Risk mitigation. Your ability to create wealth is going to be in direct proportion to your ability to accept and manage risk. Bracket open risk mitigation. Bracket closes. Full stop. Right? The risk takers are history makers. So quantum physics says if you avoid risk, you're avoiding wealth creation. Don't avoid it. Accept and manage it. Managing means you must mitigate. Mitigate means begin to say, if I go into this business, if I go to this investment, if I try this, if I go into this mind, what is the difficulty I will likely face? What is the chance of losing these assets? So these are the questions you ask yourself, and then you begin to provide solutions so that you provide solutions beforehand. Just like Christ was slain before the foundation of the world, means God has foreseen that man may disappoint, so we have to provide solution for the man before they created everything. Can you imagine that? So he mitigated the risk. So you see that if you are writing on your notes, if you avoid risk, you cannot create wealth. Chicken, I'm telling you the truth. If you avoid risk, you can never, you cannot create wealth. You cannot. You know, if you don't take risk, you lose 100% of the chance. Because how would you even try it? If you even know whether you'll be lucky or not, whether you hit the nail or not. But you never tried anything. You say, me, I cannot lose my money. I know they do it. So you see the problem. You can never create wealth because you are too rich to buy assets. You are too rich to invest. You are too rich. So how can you create? Okay, listen to Jen. You can make money fast. You can never create wealth fast. Making money means that you transact. You work, you collect money. Sell akara, make money. Sell shoe, carry cement, make money. So everybody make money virtually. But wealth creation demands that you must buy assets. You must buy something that gives you money outside of your effort. So you can be rich working for money, but cannot be wealthy working for money. Wealth only means that a part of your money must buy assets. So the law of quantum physics says that for you to do something, there must be something must happen. I call it the law of cause and effect. Let me put that for every cause, there's an effect. Every effect, there's a cause. So if you work with principles and laws, your life will make progress. Write it down your note. If you work with principles and laws, your life will make progress. So they don't need to say, I don't like this law. It doesn't matter. I just learn the law. I have 12 laws of wealth I will teach you, but not this one. This one I'm just to take physics laws, 7 of them to share with you. So understand that, see, this is the way they live. Now principles, these laws, everything about life is governed by principles and laws. Even God, he has to put some principles in place. Rain season, dry season, hammer time. It is a principle. So instead of fighting these things, why not? Okay, if I start now, During Hamatan, they speak in tongues. Hamatan don't happen in Jesus' name. Die by fire. Die by fire. You know, God will just look me. Even if God stop him, that is called supremacy, spirituality, stopping natural laws. Life was not meant to be lived by miracles. Life was meant to be lived by principles and laws. Now rain won't fall. Now I begin to pray. Rain stop, rain stop, rain stop. Even though rain stop, it won't happen every day. Just simply accept the gift and work with it. So now it's time for the bush planting. Just follow this planting season. Run the last I'm going to explain to you the last one, number 7. Relativity, the law of relativity. So it's called the law of perspective. Bracket open, perspective. Perspective. That means you need to relate. You need to actually see things from other angles. Don't just look at elephant and say it's a walk. No, now take a walk. Then I'll take a walk. Let us not say mama. My mama food na sweet pass. I no argue. Now you name me the best place. Oga travel. Go to Dubai, go to Bahamas. Go to Paris, go to UK. Travel. Na me sabi pass. Travel. Meet people. You must relate. See things from when you perceive what you perceive will be determined by what your either different get on forex. You want to become successful in life, you need to relate. See things from other people. The law says that you cannot just come and say this is the law and everybody. That means other people must also try. That's why I was doing pendulum, in that time, and we go to chemistry and do titration. This one will titrate, this one will titrate. They not everything. So you see that it's not just going to be one you. It must be experiment from different parts before they call it a law. This thing must happen in Dubai, must happen in US. The law of gravity. Before the answer is a law, that means it doesn't matter where you keep it. It must happen. Yes or yes. So if you don't want to work with principles and laws, you don't want to pay attention to principles and laws, your life will never make progress. Because everything that happens in life is about laws and principles. If you ignore principles and then you want to go into trial by error, it will definitely work against you. So you have to figure out how life works, pay attention to them, and simply align. Write it on your note. Finding how life works. Finding how life works. Finding how life works. I mean, principles and love, how life works. Pay attention to them and align. You will make progress and you will be productive. Finding how life works. Bracket on principles and laws. Finding out how life works. Bracket on principles and laws. Pay attention to them and align to them. You will make progress and you will be more productive. Finding how life works. Finding how life works. Finding how life works. Bracket on principles and laws. Pay attention to them. Number 1, align with them. Number 2, you will definitely make progress and you'll be productive. You are too busy to find out how life works. Okay? You're all too much. Finding out how life works. Bracket open, principles and laws. Bracket open. Pay attention to them. Align with them. You will make progress and you become more productive as a person. Finding how life works. Paying attention to them. Align yourself with them. Will make you more productive. You will make progress and you become more productive. But you are too busy to find out how life works. Business is not progress. Business is not productivity. You are doing trial by error. How many years do you have to do trial by error? Why not find a mentor who is moving your direction of interest? Align with them, because he that stands at the shadow of mentor will succeed. Mentor is a legal shortcut to success. They don't need to try to do trial by error. You don't have finding how life works, bracketing principles and laws, and then and do what again? Pay attention to them and do what? Align with them. You will make what? Progress and become more what? Productive. And so why do you want to do try by error? So I'm here to let you know that you can do this 5 minutes past 9. I just ate your 5 minutes again today. It's wonderful. So becoming a better person simply means that you're going to find principles and laws that governs your area of interest. Get a mentor, get somebody who have succeeded, who have achieved that. If you listen to someone who tried to achieve, who did not achieve it, ask him, why didn't you achieve? If he tells you, just pick the lessons and move on. So please, I want to make you understand that life, you apply, if you pay attention to laws and principles, align with them, your life will more, you make progress and you live more productive life, and the sky will be your starting point. So the online community, that is the best we can take today. Tomorrow, I have a special class for you. Tomorrow's class, what? Over 10 million naira. If I ask you to pay me, I don't think I will make any mistake, because what you will learn in tomorrow's class, if I apply it in life, I give you 6 months to 1 year, you can make 10 million naira. How am I so sure? What I'm about to share with you, I've put 10 million naira and above in my account already. So I want to cut that so for you tomorrow. That idea, that information